All right, I should be live. I'm just gonna check here on my phone. Second. Okay, sounds good. So my last stream wasn't that good results wise. I Let me just look at what it was for that day. So I had the Reds. I was gonna have the Reds winning, and I was a little bit nervous about the odds because I was thinking like, why would the Reds be favorites? And it was because of the pitcher. So I'm just gonna chalk this loss up to the odds being incorrect. Like the Phillies should have been favorites. And then for this one, for the Twins game, like I had the start time on the chart, right? And I had Pluto right on the ASC, but because there was a delay in the start, and I'll show you how you can see the start times of all the games. So I'll go to the score. I'll go to the scores here, and then I'll go to yesterday, and the Reds. So then you can click the box. You can do this in NHL and ML and NBA too, but it's way more complicated. Fortunately, they actually tell you in the game here, and then you click all, go to summary, click all, and it shows you the first pitch. So the time of the game was supposed to be, I think, 5 after or something like that. I think it was scheduled for. It was way off, but here I'll see if I can see if I can search for my history to find Cincinnati. This is probably from yesterday. Hmm. I think they delayed it more than what they're saying, but anyways, so that didn't work out either. And then I got fancy in my Discord, and yeah, it was kind of just like an all sort of favorites day yesterday. I can go over to my from yesterday. Actually, you know what, I'll just leave it for now. So like basically all the favorites that I covered yesterday hit, and then the ones when I tried to get an upset, like I tried to get an upset on the Rockies and on the Nationals, and the Nationals were leading 2 times, and then the Rockies were in the lead another time, but they all lost. So I'm just gonna stick to the basic method here, and I've already posted the in my Discord. I posted today's games up until the Yankees here. So I'm just gonna go on here, and then if you want to see my other ones, you can just join my Discord, and that's go by one of my Patreon, which is patreon.com/plaindecoded. Twins cost me. Hi. Hey, sorry, buddy. Sorry about that. Um, yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't make any sense, and I don't know what to make of it. But yeah, so we'll look at the Toronto Blue Jays game here, and yeah. So okay, so we have Capricorn rising and Cancer setting, and then the other games, didn't we have Cleveland? Wasn't here? I'll just go over to my last play. You guys can see that one. MLB. So we had Aquarius rising in the Bronx. So in this one, I had the Twins plus 1.5. They're probably going to lose, and they probably yeah they're probably going to lose. But just have to do what I'm supposed to do, which is this right here. The part of fortune is conjunct the south node, so the part of fortune belongs to the favorite, and the south node is bad. And it's within 2 degrees, and it just has to be within the orb on either side. So Twins plus 1.5. Let me actually search that. Okay, the last time I had this was today. Today. Wait, what's going on here? 0804. Here, I'm going to do one from a while ago because South Node square POF. South Node conjunct POF. So probably would say Tigers. I'll say Astros. Let me go to this one. So who was the favorite here? Hopefully I have it. The Tigers did come through. Leo was rising. Leo is setting in this game. So the Twins might win. This was in April 30th. So South Node conjunct the part of fortune. It's really tight here though. It's really, really close. So yeah, the Twins plus 1.5 is probably your best bet here. So let's just go back to the Blue Jays game. Okay, so yeah, Capricorn rising, Cancer. Do I have the right date? So the moon is in Aries. So Mars is Lord 7, and Saturn is Lord 1. And then Mars is going to be ignored for the actions of the favorite because it's going to be Lord 1. And then Lord 4 is the underdog, and that's going to be Venus, and it's conjunct Jupiter. So basically, it looks like here so far that just the favorite should win. Anything interesting? I don't see anything interesting. The moon is the moon. Okay, so the moon is actually this is still too far. It's quincunx this, which a quincunx yesterday was in the Nationals game, and they like were leading. They led twice, so this might mean that the Cubs like kind of have the lead, but it's too far. And then the Antitia of the part of fortunes right here. So this is just basically a default chart. So I'll write that. Toronto. Capping like a Capricorn. Second here. My Discord is on Patreon. You just go to Patreon and then you search my name and then follow the pin post, and it'll put you it'll put you right in my Discord, like automatic. How did you hear about this stuff? I heard about this stuff from being a gematria decoder, and then just like making a bunch of friends in Discords, and then there was a guy. He's still a member of my server. He actually made a video about this, and he had it from a website, and then I found the actual source, and then I read the book and applied it, and then I did it for a while. So I'm a decoder. Like I'm pretty good at gematria decoding. Like if we were just doing straight numbers, I'm pretty good at it. But it's so arduous and just time consuming. I don't want to do it. And then I enjoy doing this, and it works pretty good. And I just want to iron it out more and more and share with people online, so people want to learn, they can watch what I'm doing and maybe pick it up. So the book is called Sports Astrology by John Ferrari, and it works pretty good, but like you got to build upon it, right? And you got to have like the knowledge and the experience as well. Yeah, Yeah, I still did like the last video I did yesterday. I did the first inning runs in the Yankees game. I gave that out on that. That's the only thing I got right on the stream. I said yes, runs in the first inning in the Yankees game there. I thought it was going to go to the Twins, but it went to the Yankees. That's another thing too. You never know truly who's in the favorite and who's truly in the underdog. But you got to go with the bookmakers' odds and like, are they harbingers of truth or are they trying to trick you into placing a bet where it doesn't belong, right? So so I'm kind of surprised that the Blue Jays are favorites here, right? Are they like doing? I know that they're doing well, but isn't the Cubs? Aren't the Cubs like doing well too? Let's see. Toronto's at the top in the American League East, and the Cubs are second. Okay, I guess like they deserve to be favorites. They're at home. Yeah. So yeah, sorry, I'm gonna get rid of that. Like in the book, it doesn't talk about tracking the rising signs, but you definitely need to. And it doesn't talk about the retrograde planets, but you definitely need to track that too. What seven is Mars because the moon is in Aries. So it's the dispositor. This word dispositor isn't recognized by any spell check system, but it's an astrological word. I don't know why it's not in there. Same with the word antitia. Um, so for first inning runs, we had a. I think this caused a run yesterday. This little guy here, this little Mercury here, caused a run, but it's probably too far for the first inning. But what I do is I skip ahead and I give it a rough time. So 6 minutes for the top, 6 minutes for the bottom is what I'm doing right now. So go to 21 after. Like if you pull this chart up, if you go to this website and pull this chart up and you can watch the game, just if you can watch any of the games, just watch Pluto, okay? And see what Pluto does. That's a good one to watch. As soon as it crosses these dark angles, they're called. So the first, the seventh, the 10th, and the fourth. Anytime it crosses the dark angles, you're likely going to get a score, especially if it's down here on the IC. That's always a score. So this could cause a score in like the third inning or the fourth, depending on how fast they go. And then I think that with this could go for no runs in the first. If I had to pick, it's too close here. Like it's getting close here at the end. This Mercury, but it has to like get right in there and it has to get set up basically. So if I had to pick, I would say no runs in the first right now, unless there's something I'm missing. It can happen on any of the cusps. So like even the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. And the most active planets that cause scores are Pluto, the Moon, the Antitia, the part of Fortune, the conjunction to the part of Fortune right here, and basically any planet that crosses the angles. And Mars. So Mars, the Moon, the Antitia, the part of Fortune, Pluto cause the most scores. I have a feeling that Jupiter and Venus are causing it lots right now. I haven't checked, but because they have a conjunction, it's pretty powerful right now. And because Jupiter is exalted. But anyways, I'm getting distracted. And the part of fortune's in Virgo, right? So that Mercury rules that. So that's why I'm wondering if there could be a score from these Mercuries. I think when these two cross in any of the games, when these two cross here, this Pluto crosses or this Mercury, there could be scores because of the part of fortune being in Virgo. But I'll put it here just to see what happens. Lower it, and so I just call this a default chart because nothing's actually occurring to like fight against the favorite. Just trying to see if I'm missing something. Oh yeah, I skipped ahead. This could be a void chart. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. And Toronto always starts at 7 after. It's like, why? So I call it a void chart when it's within 3 degrees of the next sign. So this one's not. And I got that from a book that I found. Can't remember the name of it right now. So we're just going to go Blue Jays. Blue Jays money line. I'll, I'll do NRFI. Let me double check to make sure this is something I'm not seeing. Sometimes it just like a run occurs and I have no clue why. So aspects to this, we do have a sextile from these two guys to this. That could cause a score. It's usually the hard aspects though, like an opposition or a square. Trine will not usually a sextile unless it's a high scoring game. See, right here. So this could be mid. This could be the mid time. So it wouldn't really be set up. So you see how Venus is at 14:55, and the part of fortune is at 14:50. And I did 6 minutes ahead. So mid innings would be like 2 minutes after, uh, not 16, sorry, 6 minutes ahead. And then mid inning would be like the next two. And then the bottom would start. It depends on, it's all about timing too. See, it's out. So I'm going to stick with no runs first inning. If it goes long, then this guy could cross and cause a score down here. All right, let's go to the next game. Okay. All right, we're back in Queens. Okay, Aquarius rising. So the undertone of everything so far is it's an undertone of favorites. The only difference in these games is going to be this thing up here, which is why I think maybe the Twins could win. Is there any numbers here? 56 and 62, 63 and 57. I can never spell Minnesota. Oh, yeah. 65? What is the... Didn't I just use 65? No. Wait, what am I looking at? Oh, 65. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't want to dig too deeply into that. So just, if you already have this decoded and you know what you like here, then just, if it backs what you're, if my perception of this of that Twins game backs what you're thinking, then a little bit more confidence. Okay, so Aquarius rising, yep, and then it's just like a default chart, and the POF is down here, right near the moon. Wait, what is in there? 707. So it's past it. All right, so this game, this just looks like a default chart as well for the Mets. Just write it up. Did you guys see that video I made last year? It got so many views, but I had to take it down because they obviously lost. But if you guys know your sports decoder, I call him Rensu. That's his name on my server. He looked into the movie, and when the girl says it, she's actually talking about the season that's coming up. This one. So my video, according to him, still applies. I haven't put it back up, but it's saying that potentially the Mets this year, because in the video it was 2024, but the season had been over. But that video, like, I've only had it up for a couple days and it went up to 700 views pretty quickly, and I don't have that many subs. This Uranus right here could cause a score. I think it's too far too, though. Up ahead to 22 after. Getting close. Not close enough. And then the thing is about these games, when there's ongoing games like this, the whole method works the best when there's a game in isolation. So tomorrow we have one in isolation. We have the Tigers and the White Sox. Actually, these aren't in isolation either. Maybe the night game would be. No, not really. Okay, so on the 14th, this game's in isolation because it starts well ahead of this game, and this game would be too. And then these games are not in isolation because they're concurrent, right? So yeah. So far in the stream we got Mets money line and Blue Jays money line. I'm gonna put. You guys forgive me if this doesn't come through. I'm gonna put NRFI in this game too. I would just maybe like see how this one does, and not necessarily bet it. Let me see. So if I think the Mets are gonna win, let me pull up a transit chart because I got the birth dates for the whole team. So let's see if I can do a prop maybe. 1 second. Just gotta get the birthdays up here. They were born in the 60s, I do believe. October 17th. October 17th, 1960. And then the guy who determined it he put a general time. So it's not completely accurate, but they're pretty good. And then we got that was the game 6. It's not in Queens. Did I have the Queens? Oh shit. Wait, is it in Queens? Oh, it's in Queens. Okay. I thought I had the wrong date, the wrong time here. It's just that when I switch to the transits, then the website just picks an arbitrary day, and I'm not sure what. Okay. Mercury square the part of fortune. That's good for the Mets. The pitcher might have a good day. Who's the pitcher? Because Mercury is supposed to represent the pitcher. Spencer Strider, he's the pitcher. He's good, isn't he? Holmes is doing well too. Oh, but he's 5-9. Spencer Strider, not doing well this year. Holmes. So the pitcher might have a good game. What's his Ks? Uno momento. Oh, apparently I have to update. I might have to cut this off here shortly. I'm on my little breaky poo. I'll see what the K's is here, and then Neptune is opposite the MC. I don't think that's very fast moving. Saturn. I think that the pitcher might have a good game for the Mets. His Ks are at in props. That 365, they just keep changing the way things are. Pitcher Ks, here we go. Clay Holmes. Over 4Ks is minus 165. 5 is, well, what's the offer? Anyone know what they're offering? Because I'm not seeing what they're just offering. It's just like telling me what you can pick. Oh, here we go. Clay Holmes over 3.5 is 165. Yeah, I think he's gonna hit that. So he would be at 4 for 101. I think he goes over on Ks. So we'll do over on Ks for over 3.5 is minus 165. 4 would be 102. I think we'll just go over on the Ks. So if you want to put that in the same game. All right. Well, this could be an epic failure, and if it is, I'm sorry. But I'm putting myself out there, and I want to like. I'd rather do this like streaming to people that like to learn about this shit and see the cool things that happen. Like I do want to stream live from my computer and have people watch while the game's going on. I can't do that today, but because then I can call scoring plays out live and then clip it and stuff. So, all right, thanks for watching, and yeah, this is the place. Talk to you later.